somewhere between here and there. I lost a cup of coffee. All right. How far did you guys get through it all? Yes? No? If you haven't seen it before, it's probably a scary monster. Okay. Back in Jimmy Con. All right. So, yes, that's just sort of a check-in. We did that. What's so way? September?
The beginning of
September. So, akakoe esai kashakit ka achit kajesh. Kakwatu tiyakin. Right. So I thought we'd have a little bit of fun at first. Well, I mean, the quiz is always fun. But we'll have a little bit more fun after that. I had a presentation to give in a neighboring class on the other side of the wall. So I thought I'd give you guys a sort of check-in, see how that thing's coming along. This was something we did in September with the expectation that this is stuff you should be able to do pretty well on by the end of the 2 semesters that we were working on this stuff. And we're going to keep talking about objects and subjects. So I gave you guys a number of handouts, and now I'm going to transition towards something that looks more like a chapter that's fairly ready to go, looking at these object-subject combinations. First of all, I thought maybe we'd try and have fun with a little story. So there's a story up here. Initially, I was going to give this all to you guys, and you're going to work on everybody would do a page, but then I forgot to print it. So now we'll do this together. So what would we be able to say in Tlingit for this part of the story? Skasnik ayakach tutle yech wushtin. Yoech wasagu. Adusadi tuasagu guk. Yuchatan.
Mary Yedu Wasak Yasha.
Okay. Mary Yedu Wasak Yashad.
Aku slash wanna do G.
Yeah, well. Oh, wait, I gotta do this one page at a time. Hold on. Wanach saya. Oh, that's not gonna work at all. Okay, there. Yataqa dasawe.
Kunda kahiti dinach to art. Kunacha train stuff we tinachai.
Just take a page one at a time. So we're just going to try and do one page at a time, the one that we're looking at. I know I sent you guys a mission, those of you online. De Hanage, de Chuchwas, de Kawu, Echwasaku, de Eek. Wait, do we call? Dasa itu wasaku koa. Dechu. Dasa akach kagach tu shahid. Yeah. Aqua test wanna do? Yata koa guk. Dasa kak kwa shahid.
Adusa.
Khan kanani. Yishkashniki awe koa. Dasa itu wasaku ye kwati. Ikke. De Ganneke, de Gugke, de Gunnike. Het saai duji, ja. Tunetiach. Tuneta, ja. Eta koa dasawe. Dasawe yata.
This Muhega.
Gotcha yai, just yaki koa gwash. Ja, het leka koa. Ja, de dagun yaki. Gwashiata kek yaki. Lake yaki. Asako enuk.
Enilidach Yanaka.
Yata koa dasa.
Walmart Hasa Hasa.
Walmart.
Walmart.
Bashma.
Yeah. Ayamart.
Ayagunda.
Wasaku enuk yata.
Ade Yanashki. What's to do with shuffling along real fast?
Oh. Echasaku. Isakuge. Oh, I was just looking. Titatke khana ayat tayatke khana akaka kwashigol. Was adena ditis. Oh, that's ko
Dasa dici.
Hestasa. Eat kakwadashi. Awa. Kusuach kakwe. Kasi ye dane. Awa. Okay.
What happened before?
Oh,
What did I
hi.
miss? I'm in my glasses.
How? Walmart. Watu asak yahunda ke hiti. Hasa sahan ka adayan ditis. Duhusa jahat. Awa.
Neste.
Neste.
Neditis.
Has to neste. Yata ka testi sugar. Aktua sagu. Chakut aya. Tuchte. Oh, sugar. Sugar actually, yeah, classifier away plus D. Yes, the cut way koch day motion verb plus D too. Ha. Testasa. Ujiwu. Uji. Testasa uji.
That's the way.
Good. Du ish. Ekshe du ish. Du ish. That's achskatniki koa. Ishkatniki, which the cut you hun. Du ish. Yeah, that's the way.
Just hingwit tutuasi.
Bas gwesk. يعتقد دوكي سيجيخ Mary away A. What? Woo, say away. Dasa kawus.
Dana itinach ge ieti.
Koshata ka yadu dana yadu hengwes. Dasa kawus. Kash dana itinach yeti kai. Dasa yu. Eksha. Ya khana kahwe khwa u. Kash archi khwa. Dasa yu. Dasa awa u. Dasa has awa u. Dasa du u. Dasa du. Yawa. How? Yata khwa. Khasaku you that kayat kete khasaku when you that khasaku. Do. You have to do. A subject pronoun away do. The cut way zero classifier H D. The cut S ka L ka sh classifier plus D. Yeah way. To take. To talk. Owe hewo was dasa yu. You don't put a dasa way. Mary. Owe. Mary ye ya waka. Ye ya daya ka. That's how you tell us. That's how you tell us.
Mary ye yawaka.
That's a yeah. That's a way. Khan kanai meek. Michael Jackson to take out the itchy at the jiwu. Jin?
Kajini.
Kajini khwa'u. How? That's the jiwu get Walmart? That's the get some. At the Kwashatina Khayati. Tsach. Steak. Tsach. Tsach. Took a touch. Teeth. Khasaku Chishuku Oxford Comics in Kitrina. Khazak. Khwa'u. Yep, Ishayech. Tlasatinecha oti yeya waka yecha wubus. Tlachushoko atlingit katleka yuchatam. Jadasa aya wubus.
Kusu.
Yataqa, that's the way. It's hen. Usu hen gwesh.
Wanach sewechen gweilk tutwas.
Ah. Gwesh yatatsu. Wanach sawe. Oops. Wanach sawe hen gwesh iji. Yataqa. Ha. Gwesh.
Say what?
Ha. Eh. A cut. Whoa. A cut say work up. Yataqa. Wasagach to sa. As.
Claim.
Hmm?
Car claim. Big car.
Oh, cod plane. No way. Cod plane. Ye. Ah. Cod plane ye ka. Uda a ye. Yata aya ye ka. Catch verb. Catch verb kosti. But yeah, waiting. Yes. Gekach inach wait. Tlingit ka. Ye ka plus positional verb. Yeah, away. What? E ka kayeg yechat kakwati. Gekach inach. I will wait here for you. Literally, waiting for you, I will be still here. Still, not still like Yesu, still as in not moving. Ech, ich.
Car claim de Yanetitis.
Ech was a katain day.
Dich awe.
Kwati gwash yauk datach. Yagayi, Aisling dach Yadu. Yagi. Yagi. Astu nechi. Dach. Su.
Yan the tis.
In the tis. Ook. Ja. Hundak. Die. Hey. Oh. What's that? Aka. Sunesi. Okay.
Tuish up to
To ish. Owe. Su. Pewus.
Dasa Yu
That's like you. That's the way.
Kapata
Kudasaka?
Like.
Kinakachiti.
Kina atke? Kina kudas?
Shushu
Echasakut. Kekachinach. Echasakudasaweko. Kina kudasaka?
button up away.
Oh. Oh. Kina atike? Yawa. Yatako?
Sao. Ich. Close.
Ha Gusu E Henguiki
Eh.
to
To a cut. Cut say will cook. Where?
Clean.
Cut clean.
Yick.
Yick. Yeah, away. That's biggie. Yeah. Kitty. Day. Ah. So être
Cut. Sit. Gab. Sana.
Nesi. Puchte.
Ayahwala.
Yawadlak. In Wait.
Du ish. Awe. Awawu.
Dasa Yehu. Eta Qa.
Ish.
Sa. Ikwan.
Dasa.
Ikwan.
Tas. Hua. Hua. Dasakhi وزيادة Qa.
Isekuge kungausaya.
Akh. قلت. أختي. Joy. Sekadachtani. Joy. Snakes.
Nächte Folge.
Was?
Nächte Folge.
Do it loud. Okay, happens. Oops. How's that going? Right, so quickly, we're going to go through how this thing is shaping up. Let me switch to here's a presentation. Okay, so this chapter is starting to come together with your assistants, Chish. So thinking about these object-subject combinations and also trying to think about a number of things simultaneously. One is the verb type, also transitivity, also substituting object, subject, verb, or pronoun combinations, and then also seeing how the thematic prefixes and other things start to interact. So the goal here is to start conjugating more and more verbs with this sort of base set, going through some things. Some of the changes that I made, I fixed some things that were in here. We went through this stuff, starting to talk about these third-person combinations and how they can get kind of tricky sometimes. So here's some, here's some basic, some transitive verbs. Subject in transitive means there can only be a subject, no object. Object in transitive means there can only be an object, no subject. And then impersonal means there can be no subjects and no objects in the verb. So one of the things that I've been working on is trying to figure out a way to document some of these verbs. And it might change, so there's a group of us working on an updated Tlingit dictionary, which, let me just pull up one of the verbs so you guys can see how those things might be listed in a future sort of project. So basically, we're going to, let me try and make the text larger so you can see it. But basically, and you guys can view this, I'm trying to update it at least once every couple weeks or so. I haven't gotten into the mode where I'm entering a whole bunch of verbs yet, but I'll show you one just to see how these things would work. But one of the things that this project is trying to do is to really expand how the compound words are being put together so that you can see that. But if we get to, let's see, it's down here. So here's a verb. So the first thing that would be listed is the verb root. First of all, here's the first one, and it's just sort of numbered by A, how they appear in the Tlingit verb dictionary, B, whether or not I felt there was an actual different root in there, and how Jeff Lear has them listed in his STEM list, and then sometimes just sort of ordering from there. But basically, so here's A, which is to be situated, and then if you look under, this will say positional verb, subject, and transitive. So the positional verbs, you can never tell what the conjugation prefix is, so we'll just say we're not even going to list it, because it's a positional verb. It only appears in the imperfective. That is the only form. So if we look at the next line down, the verb root here means to inspect or examine, but we'll continue to see how Tlingit uses these verb roots in very sort of metaphorical types of ways. Sometimes you have one root that has this sort of base meaning, but then you can get all these, hun was the one that I was looking at lately. So hun means to reveal a face. So there's the main verbs that you can get out of that is for something to swim along and poke its face out of the water. That's one. It's a motion verb. The other is to dance and show your face from behind a blanket. And that's why, like, King Reisti, he really likes to say, Gunachish ade yiyet ye. Thank you for the way you have revealed your faces. And then the other way is there's a verb patuwu udehun or something like that, like for somebody to be possessed. Like there's a face that's poking out of their spirit. And then there's a related noun, a bundle of driftwood to float around because you see their faces poking up out of the water. So then this would have n plus da plus ya. The one difference here is it's putting the conjugation prefix in the theme where it would normally appear. I think this is the route that I'm going to take with this. There's not total consensus on this between the group of people who are doing a lot of work in Tlingit, but for me it makes sense to put it in parentheses, put it where it would appear, and then teach students to say, look for that and understand that that is a na conjugation verb, so that you can figure out the other conjugations later. Then S for subject, so we see this is subject intransitive as well. And then when we list the classifier, it's either going to be 0, S, L, SH, or D plus 0, D plus L, or D plus S, D plus L, D plus SH. Then it'll have the type of verb, act verb, and then the transitivity will be there. There'll also be from Nation Story, their dictionary. If there are samples in there, those would be listed here. In the long run, there'd probably be samples from Lear's notes as well, which has, it's amazing the amount of sample verbs and sample sentences he has. If possible, if we've got it documented from Eggleston's work, which is cited here, then we'll have the most common forms, and they will always be conjugated for third person, so you can add that. We're learning how to add those subject and object pronouns in, so you'll have the basics here, which will be imperative, prohibitive, positive, negative forms of imperfective, perfective, and future. If you want the more advanced forms, you can learn how to put those together, and then you'll also, Eggleston is developing a website for her verb research, and then we also have the Gold Belt database currently. So that's sort of where these things are moving. So getting back, we get into these third-person combinations, starting to think about how those work. And then a couple of recent findings. So I thought I would look at the third person, and I want to double check this with the speaker, but oops, where did it go? Okay, there we go. So looking at this, we have hasasakhan, which is often the most confusing one as I go through and list these, because that could be he or she loves them, they love her, him, or it, or they love them. Right? So it gets, when you get into verbs like tying it, it could technically be a whole bunch of people tying their shoes. Right? So there could be situations where those come up. So the way that I would take care of that is, one is with the ergative marker. This is where the ergative marker might come in as something you would use. Achtach has asechan. My mother loves them. Hasch away achtla has asechan. It is them, they love my mother. So the work takes place outside of the verb phrase itself. Just using the ergative marker sometimes, or sometimes word order can take care of it. You could say, has away, achla has asechan. You're front-loading that information there so that the person you're talking to will understand. And then, achunki hasch, ach ish has away, has asechan. But I think a lot of speakers would try to avoid some of these really complicated this person or these, this group of people and this group of people. But sometimes, like if you're telling a story about like a battle or something that takes place that involves multiple groups of people, you just might have a little bit more work to do. Oh, how this thing is driving. Kashkadane. What is the tool here? What am I doing? Get myself lost. Okay, I'll just stick with this. So that brings us to me trying to drive better on my screen. One second. So moving over, I thought we'd talk about nominal objects as well. And this is saying there's no O in the theme, or even sometimes if there is an O in the theme, we're actually going to use a noun for the object. And sometimes these are listed as N in the theme. Like you could say N to woo sigu, like for N to be happy. And then there's a number of ways we're going to learn how to conjugate that. So most commonly, we're going to use possessive pronouns in the case like that. Achtuuyake, ituuyake, hastituuyake. And so this is showing some examples of how that could work. So here it is. And just to get us a little bit more interactive in our last few minutes, I'll say it. You repeat. Achtuuyake.
Achtuuyake.
Achishtuuyake.
Achishtuuyake.
But I think most speakers would put the d in there as well. Dudatzechau.
Dudatzechau.
Wekekdatzechau.
Wekekdatzechau.
Ejit chakwadatan.
Ejit chakwadatan.
Ejidech chakwadatan.
Ejidech chakwadatan.
Nora jidech chakwadatan.
Nora jidech chakwadatan.
Etuwasagu.
Ituwasigu.
Achta tuwasagu.
Achta tuwasigu.
And again, achta du tuwasagu. That's what most speakers would say. Achetza inhin.
Achetza inhin.
Gaudan chetza inhin.
Gaudan chetza inhin.
Achchikadachgu.
Achchikadachgu.
Henry jikadachgu.
Henry jikadachgu.
So this is, so we're conjugating using nouns in this case, and some different pronouns. And so there's two types of the nominal objects. There's ones that don't have any suffix listed. So you would have N blank blank blank. But if you look in the Edwards Dictionary or future dictionaries that come out, if there's N plus some form of a directional suffix, then you're probably dealing with a motion verb. And in that case, it's going to conjugate differently. So and what we remember with motion verbs is the empty base kicks in or relational bases kick in, especially in terms of people, because you can't say Achtade yanchagut. You cannot say that. What would you have to say in place of that? Achtaide, or more commonly use it, Achtachande yanchagut. I'm going to be beside her, because a lot of times the E just means to someone, but you don't like just walk right up to someone. You usually just go next to them, right? Somewhere in their vicinity. So again, I'll say it, you repeat. This is probably the last group we'll get to. Hitte yanakut.
Hitte yanakut.
Achande yanakut.
Achande yanakut.
Ach eat his.
Ach eat his.
Ach eat his.
Ach eat his.
Dujidach wushahash.
Dujidach wushahash.
Eat kuwaha.
Eat kuwaha.
So again, we see these are conjugating a little bit differently. So I think by next week, this handout will be ready. There are, so now we go into pronoun review. Here's the rules. I was getting unsure on this. So here it is. When you're dealing with the indefinite human subject, de, every zero classifier verb will be minus D. If it's a plus D verb, it'll switch to minus D. Every non-zero, which is S, L, and SH, will always be plus D with the de in place. And so these are just things we keep in mind. And it's stuff like this that continues to tell us 0 is the default classifier, and then there's everything else. Because there's times you're going to see the conjugation prefix do this as well. The 0 conjugation prefix in the perfective is short and high, and then everything else is long. So then here's the pronouns listed, so you can sort of practice those and think about them. And then we get into this. So here's the sort of key we were talking about. Again, the non-zero S, L, SH classifiers, minus D forms that are minus I. So this is sa, sha, and sha. When the A contracts, the A will contract if any of these things are immediately to the left of the classifier. So if these things are right in front of the classifier, they will cause the classifier to contract. The A will contract. So as we look at more forms, so you say khashatin, ashtin, right? A plus 0. So the 0 doesn't count towards contraction, but the A does in this case. Ashtin. Okay. So now we got these, and we're going to continue unpacking these verbs. We'll go back to some more of the keishi translations, and then I'll get this handout to you guys probably by next week. But what we'll do is we'll go through the other handout we've been using, so we can one by one unpack the verbs, and then we'll look at the how it looks on here. So the other thing that's being included here is the number, so that we keep in mind that there's a couple of different verb roots that sound exactly the same but have different meaning. Any questions? Okay. Okay. So I'll get that to you guys. The storyboard was fun. We'll probably do another one of those maybe. We've been invited to an activity next Thursday, but we can talk about that on Tuesday and see what the gang wants to do. Yeah, what? That's a way, although if it was a presentation, I guess I would, but it's kind of a mingling of the class and getting ready for the honors symposium, which is awesome. But I don't know if I give up my class to go socialize. Probably not, but we can talk about it on Tuesday. All right. Cheese, which are you? Oh, Achtuasaku. Those of you online, just send your free tests in to me. Okay. Scan them, send them.